Hi, my name is Sarvesh and you are watching D365 Notes. Today, the agenda of this video is to cover about expense management policies. So what is expense management policy? So expense policies are the rules defined on expenses incurred by employees where you can define a specific rules for an employee when he is doing some kind of expenses, he's paying his expenses. So for example, if you have a policy in company where if your expenses, if any expense line is going above 1000 USD, then you have to give justification as well as receipt of that expense. Then you can define that kind of rules using expense policies. And apart from this, you can define multiple rules and there are multiple possibilities to use this. So let's start. So some prerequisites for expense policy is go to expense management setup and expense management parameters. So once you open the expense management parameters under the journal tab, here you will see evaluate expense management policy on line level save. So what this parameter will do, whenever any policy is applicable on your expense line, so once the expense line is created and saved, it will evaluate and give you error or warning immediately. So it will not wait until submit. So if you click on expense report submit, it will give error on during the submission of expense report. So just make sure that you are doing this. If you have specific requirement to do this, you can do that. Once it is done, and uh, after that, what you have to do is you have to go to setups and expense management policies. So under the expense management policies, you will see expense report. So here, click on new button. So select here policy for INF. Okay. Enter the description. Here select your company. So in my case, it is Contesto Entertainment System India. So once you select your company, you can just select add button. So this is how the expense policy is created, okay, in the system. So once you save, this expense policy will be activated for this specific company. So this is how expense policy is created. So in next video, what I will do is I will define some rules and I will show you the rules and how to evaluate that expense management policies. So we will test and evaluate in the next video. So this is the part 1. Just stay tuned for part 2. So in part 2 I will show and create expense policy along with the scenarios. So that's it for today. I will see you in the next video.